All right, well, hello everyone from Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I'm at Hotel 9 and I've been here for a week. Got a couple more days until I come back to Memphis. It's really been an amazing trip and I can't wait to share the details with you. But today I'm going to do a quick Q&A. So I posted on Facebook. I got a lot of great questions, so I want to answer those for you. And here's what just in case you're wondering, this is breakfast. I've got a nice big thingy of carrot juice. What I did was we walked. There's a local grocery that's a couple blocks from the hotel, and we went to the dollar store, bought a couple glass jars. I'm here with Dr. Patrick Vickers, and and then they juiced us up some carrot and pineapple. So that's about 50-50 carrot pineapple juice. Got some fresh bananas, which are amazing. Just bought them from a street vendor down on the street below the hotel. Got some lychee, got some passion fruit, and here's my breakfast. So anyway, okay. Joseph Davis asks, what's up, Joseph? Will you be wearing pink this October? Come on, Chris, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So yeah, I won't be wearing pink. I don't support breast cancer awareness. One of my most popular videos is actually why I don't race for the cure, why I don't support most cancer charities. The gist of it is that they're giving money to the pharmaceutical industry who doesn't need your money. And you're just giving them free money to do research to create new drugs to patent and then sell back to you for a profit. So they're turning your charity into profit, and it's pretty despicable. So yeah, but I'll put a link to that video below. You can watch my "Why I Don't Race for the Cure" rant. Okay, Lynn asks, Oncoblot results, that's the test for circulating tumor cells. How quickly do the numbers come down after surgery, and what to expect? Well, there's no way to answer that because everybody's different. Some people's blood improves quickly, some people's health improves quickly, some gets worse, right? So there's no great there's no great standard expectation when it comes to health and healing. Like different people take different lengths of time to get well. And in the short term, if you're not getting the results that you want, like for example, things are getting worse, sometimes that's a healing crisis reaction, which is okay. So you don't want to have a blood test in a month and it looks worse and then just assume that you're getting worse, right? You want to give yourself 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year. Now, I monitor my blood once a month. Okay, so every month we were looking at it. I did that for the first couple of years. And that's what I recommend people do, once a month, once every 2 or 3 months. The best blood test out there, which anyone can order, is called the American Metabolic Laboratories Cancer Profile Test. So if you just Google American Metabolic Laboratories, that's Dr. Shandel, and he can do this test for you. You can order it through their website, and I recommend that. Most or many cancer patients that I know that are healing themselves naturally use that test instead of getting CAT scans over and over again because it's safe. So that's a good thing. MRIs are good too, but sometimes it's hard to get them. And they're expensive. Okay, did I use any herbs or homeopathic remedies or strictly supplements and diet? What was my water intake like? So that's from Alicia. I did take some herbal formulas. There's a post on my site called Supplements Recommended by My Naturopath. I'll put a link to that below the video. And that goes through some herbal supplements and nutraceutical supplements that I took and that he really recommends for all cancer patients, just sort of as a baseline starter protocol along with diet changes. So I'll put a link below the video. Water intake, I was drinking about 64 ounces of juice every day. And so I was obviously getting a lot of water. I was eating a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, getting a lot of water from my food as well. This is water-rich food. And so first thing in the morning, I would drink water 16 to 20 ounces of water right when I wake up, and I still do that. But beyond that, I didn't drink a whole lot more water than that because, again, I was getting lots of H2O from juices and fresh fruits and vegetables. Okay, what supplements should a vegan take daily? And which ones will you recommend? Thank you. So the general consensus is that if you're a vegan and a healthy vegan and eating lots of fruits and vegetables and food from the earth, there's only 2 supplements that you really should consider taking that are almost mandatory. That's B12 and vitamin D. Vitamin D, really, you need to get from the sun, and there are not any great dietary sources of vitamin D. And most people don't get enough sun to have optimal levels of vitamin D. A lot of cancer patients should try to get your vitamin D level up to 70 in your blood. Okay, and a lot of people are down in the 30 or 40 range. The other one is B12. B12 is basically sort of like a bacteria microorganism that our ancestors would get when they drank water from a stream. It would have microbes and bacteria in it and produce B12. You can get it from some animal products, but again, it's easier just to take a little B12 or vitamin D that way. So Garden of Life has a really pretty spectacular new vitamin B12 spray and vitamin D spray that are organic and vegan, plant-based. And I just tried them a few weeks ago, and they're great. So that's what I recommend. Look for the Garden of Life D and B12 sprays, Whole Foods or Vitamin Shop or Amazon, anywhere. They'll all have them. Okay, Christina asks, this is a question I've never been asked before. She likes to brew flavored coffee just for the fragrance in her house because it makes her house smell nice. And would that be a toxic fragrance? And gosh, I mean, the fragrance from brewed coffee or from brewed flavored coffee, is that toxic? I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, if I had to pick that over, a chemical air freshener, yeah, I would certainly feel more comfortable smelling that in my house. So I don't know. I hope that helps. Okay. Do I worry about the cancer industry trying to harm me? No, I don't worry about it. You just can't. I can't worry about it. I can't live in fear. Can't live in paranoia and fear. I just have to keep doing what I'm doing and trust that God is protecting me. And yeah. So let's see. Alicia asks, how do you convince people you're not crazy? Some people feel like I'm crazy because I think cancer is a moneymaker. How do you deal with the negativity, especially people you love and you just want them to see the bigger picture? Well, guess what? A lot of people just are not going to believe. They're going to think you're crazy, and there's nothing you can do about it, But I'll tell you, time changes things. Everyone thought I was insane in the beginning, and now they don't. So it just takes time. Some people are not receptive to it, and you just want to lovingly share information with them. If they don't receive it, it's fine. Just move on. You don't want to beat people over the head with health and nutrition information. And cancer patients are really sensitive. They're already very fearful and emotional. And again, you want to just lovingly share information. Say, hey, I thought of you. I don't know if you've seen this. Send them to chrisbeatcancer.com and say, hey, this guy's website. It's a lot of interesting stuff on here. Check it out. And just leave it at that. If they go to my site and they start reading around and watching the videos and the testimonials and reading the blog posts and all this stuff and seeing the research on nutrition and the research on how destructive conventional therapies are, if it doesn't click with them, then you just can't worry about it. You've done your part. You've tried to help, and you just have to let them live their life and let them live with the consequences of the choices they've made. Okay. What do I do to stay protected from cell phones and EMF? Do you own a cell phone, and if so, how do you manage it? Well, I was just feeling in my pockets for my cell phone. I don't have it with me, but basically what I do is I try to keep it away from me as much as possible. So there's a few things I do with cell phone radiation. One is I put my cell phone on airplane mode a lot if it's on my person. So I don't need to have my phone on all the time, and neither do you, right? You want to check it, once an hour, once every few hours, that's fine. But the rest of the time, put it in airplane mode. It's not broadcasting any radiation into your body, all right? The second thing is, if I'm eating out, if I'm working at my desk, I just put it on the desk. I put it on the table. I put it in the car seat next to me. So I keep it away from me. I use earbuds, so I'm not putting it up against my brain. So there's very simple ways I think you can protect yourself from cell phone radiation that are reasonable. Obviously, the other way is just not to use one at all, but anyway, that's what I do. Okay, Have you ever heard of essential oils as a natural treatment? Sure, I've heard of essential oils. I've used essential oils. Frankincense is one of the most incredible, powerful essential oils out there. And I did use some essential oils and still do. I enjoy them. And so, yes, I encourage everyone to research the power of essential oils. Absolutely. Lavender oil, frankincense, myrrh. Those are biblical oils, and they have some very powerful therapeutic properties. So, yeah. I am a big fan. Okay, getting close to the 12-minute mark, so I'm going to answer a couple more and then wrap this one up. Or maybe I'll keep going, whatever. Okay, let's see. Do I drink alkaline water? What type of water do I drink? I don't drink alkaline water. I didn't drink alkaline water. It wasn't part of my therapy. Some people I know included it in their therapy and got good results. I've met a few people that claim that it was just the alkaline water and that's all they did to heal their cancer. So, yeah, maybe. I don't think it will hurt you. I think it might help. I don't think you should buy a $4,000 water machine. I think you should find someone who has one and ask if they will give you free water. And if you have cancer, what are they going to tell you? No. But my main concern with alkaline water is that the filtration system is not very good. It ionizes and alkalizes the water, that's fine, but the filter inside, like the Kangen machine, it's not very good. It does not remove very many contaminants at all. And I've heard people say, no, that all goes out in the acidic water. It's not true. So the best alkaline water, they actually pre-filter it, and then they run it through the alkaline machine. And for a cancer patient, that's what you want. I use a Berkey water filter. I used a WaterWise distiller for about 8 years, and I've used a Berkey water filter, countertop filter for several years now. Love it. I'll put links below that. It's a really, really great gravity-fed filtration system. I made a video about it, so I'll put a link to that. Okay, why is it so hard for people to believe in natural remedies and cures? Because we've been conditioned to believe that medicine must come from a pharmaceutical company. It must be a patented drug that is prescribed by a doctor. Okay? We've been brought up to believe that is what medicine is that medicine is a drug. Medicine cannot be food. It cannot be natural in any way. But it's just a lie. It's not true. Right? All drugs are derived from natural compounds. But the problem is when you change them in a lab, when you alter them molecularly, they become toxic. Right? When you monkey around with natural molecules and change them into a form that can be patented, it also makes them toxic. And when you synthesize them and extract them and concentrate them at these really high concentrations, again, that also makes them toxic. When they're from nature, obviously there are certainly toxic elements in nature that could, like a poisonous mushroom that could kill you, but we're talking about herbs that have actually been used for centuries and been tested and have a lot of research behind them. Yes, absolutely. Herbs and food, right? Nutrition is the foundation of health. I don't know why it's hard for people to believe that, other than the fact that we've just been conditioned that way. And sometimes, unfortunately, you see people have to go through all of what modern medicine has to offer and see that it fails before they're open to changing their diet. It's like, it's so simple to do. But a lot of people don't want to do it. They just want to take a pill, right? We've been conditioned for a quick fix. Give me a pill for my problem and let me get on with my life. Let me go get a cheeseburger for lunch, So, you just share information. You hopefully that at some point, you're not going to convince everyone. You may not convince anyone in the short term, but in the long term, if you're consistent in the way you live your life and people see that you're healthy or you have cancer and you're getting well and, or whatever, or you've lost weight, reversed heart disease. I mean, there's so many chronic Western diseases that you can reverse with a radical change in diet and lifestyle. When people see that over time, they're going to start coming to you and saying, "Hey, like, what did you do? What did you do?" And then you'll have the opportunity to share with them and help them. So that's something to look forward to. But in the short term, just don't worry about it. Just take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, your family, and encourage your friends and just wait for the opportunity. Okay, how many CT scans do I have yearly, and what do I do to protect myself against the effects of radiation? I heard that aloe vera reduces effects. Do you know that it's true? I don't know if aloe vera reduces effects, but aloe vera gel is an amazing, amazing therapeutic agent from the earth. So I drank a lot of aloe vera gel, still drink it. The best source that I've found is a company called Aloe One. I'll put a link below the video. CT scans, I don't have CT scans. I don't do them anymore. Last one I had was 6 or 7 years ago. Don't plan on ever having one again. I don't want that much radiation beamed into my body because radiation can cause more cancer in the future. So I recommend blood testing if you want to avoid that, which I mentioned earlier in the video. In the early stages of cancer, yeah, I mean, I understand you might want to have a CT scan once a year or something, the first couple of years if it helps you feel better. But again, there are other markers in the blood that can show you what's going on, which the American Metabolic Laboratories Cancer Profile Test can show you. I wrote a long post about radiation. I'll put a link below this video for that too. Okay. What kind of diet do my kids follow? Well, my kids don't really follow a diet, but they eat pretty much the way we eat. You know, we eat lots of whole foods from the earth, lots of organic fruits and vegetables, very little meat and dairy. You know, like 1 to 2% of our diet. It's very low, and you know, my wife does buy them little snack foods. Like we'll buy them organic cookies and crackers and little things like that they'll have sometimes. And you know, just because it's organic doesn't make it healthy. I understand that, but yeah, we let them have little treats like that sometimes. And when they're with our parents or with their friends, they're just going to eat whatever's there. You know, if they go to a birthday party, yeah, they're going to eat a cupcake or a piece of cake, or whatever. It's fine, right? It's what you're feeding them 95, 98% of the time that matters, right? The other 2 or 3% doesn't matter. And so that's the way we look at it. We're not militant. We're not that militant. I don't want to be that militant parent that says like, oh no, she can't have a cupcake. My kids don't eat cupcakes. You know, come on. All right. Is eating pasta okay 5 times a week? I don't eat pasta. I mean, pasta is refined flour, right? Yeah, if it's whole wheat, whole grain pasta, yeah, that's a little better. But I just don't eat that grains that much. I eat oats and rice. Pasta, it's just not really a big part of. We just don't even do pasta at our house. You know, it's like I can't remember the last time we did pasta, so I just don't really do it. Do I get a flu shot? No, would never get a flu shot. Look, I'm in Cambodia. Okay, I'm in a third world country. I didn't get any vaccinations to come here. I'm not going to put aborted baby DNA in my body, because you realize vaccines use fetal tissues. They use tissue from aborted babies. Not to mention some vaccines have thimerosal, the flu shot still does, which is aluminum or mercury, and they'll have aluminum preservatives in them as well, and all kinds of very strange ingredients. So no vaccines for me. Okay. At what point do you feel you had turned the corner to becoming well? That's hard to say. I mean, for me, I really felt like it was kind of around the 1 year mark was when my blood work really started to look better. And but I started feeling good right away. I mean, within just a few weeks of adopting a diet that was rich in fruits and vegetables, basically a raw vegan diet at the time, I felt great, you know. So I think you really should start feeling good right away. And if you're not feeling good, then within a few weeks, a month, a few months, then you need to very closely evaluate what you're doing. Why is drinking organic coffee not good for you? So coffee is a stimulant. Caffeine raises cortisol in the body. Cortisol suppresses your immune system. It also causes you to gain weight. If you need coffee to get through the day, there's something wrong with your diet. That's all I got to say about it. You don't need a stimulant. You don't need coffee. If you're trying to get off coffee, the best way to do that is with green tea, which has amazing anti-cancer compounds in it. E.g., CG is the main one. You can Google that. Green tea has, I believe, 1/3 of the caffeine of coffee. 1/3, 1/4, 1/2, I can't remember, but it's less. Okay, do I avoid milk and eggs, even if they are clean? Yeah, I do. There was a time where we bought raw milk, and we'll have eggs occasionally, like maybe once every a couple weeks, a couple times a month or something. I might have some eggs. Um, but yeah, milk is designed to grow a cow from 80 pounds to 500 or 600 pounds in about 6 months. That's what it is. It's loaded with growth hormones. You don't need milk, right? Milk is for babies. It's for growing babies. If you enjoy milk, I understand. If you enjoy cheese and stuff like that, but you just need to understand what it is. If you put a lot of growth hormones in your body, those growth hormones, insulin growth factor, is cancer fuel. And that's what you get when you eat meat and dairy. You get an excess amount of growth hormones in your body that are unnecessary and contribute to cancer growth. So yeah, I avoid that stuff. And last question, what do you think about taking chemo pills for chronic leukemia? It was inactive for 11 years and last year went active. It's non-cancerous, but it devastates your organs if not treated. Just wondering. So yeah, chemo pills are going to destroy your body too. And so personally, I wouldn't take chemotherapy pills. I wouldn't take chemo pills. I don't take any prescription drugs and would only take them if I had a life-threatening infection and needed antibiotics, right? Or if I was having surgery and I needed to be put to sleep. Yes, give me some drugs, right? Or some pain pills after a surgery. But drugs for chronic disease end up causing more chronic disease and different problems in your body long term. And I believe restoring health through nutrition, first of all, and trying natural non-toxic therapies in addition to nutrition. And you should consider the Bob Beck protocol for that, for what you have. I'm going to put a link to it below, and you can research that for leukemia. But yeah, nutrition, it's the foundation. Prescription drugs are toxic chemicals with a small benefit to the body in the short term. But in the long term, they are detrimental. Very bad for your liver and cause just read the insert. Read the insert in whatever drug they're trying to ask you to take. Read all the side effects. And the problem is people read the side effects and they think, oh, that won't be me. But yes, these are not side effects, they're effects. This drug will cause all of these problems in your body eventually. Some people sooner rather than later. But anyway, that's what you can expect if you take pharmaceutical drugs for an extended period of time. You can expect problems. So anyway, I hope this has helped everyone. And again, check out the notes below the video. There'll be tons of links for everything I've talked about to expound in greater detail. Please share this if you think it's helpful. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my site, chrisbeatcancer.com. That's full of nutrition, natural therapies, research, science, and survivor testimonials. Not just me, lots of other people that have healed cancer as well. So, all right, take care.